Maybe you've thought, should I just invest in one of these at-home laser hair removal devices and be done with shaving? I surely did when struggling with stubble appearing overnight and random chin hairs popping up at inconvenient times. Thanks, hormones. But I didn't want glossy before and afters from an advert. I figured you'd need real results before committing to buy. So I used the €700 CurrentBody laser hair removal device on only one side of my body for 6 months, keeping the other untouched. Same skin, same hair, same hormones, just one difference, the device. And the results? See for yourself. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Anne, a medical doctor here to teach you how to best take care of your skin and general well-being. On paper, it promises an 82% reduction in hair within 8 weeks, slower hair growth after 4 weeks while being quick to use and painless, which sounds amazing if you're battling stubborn chin hairs or want smooth legs without salon visits. But do these numbers hold up outside the marketing slides? At nearly €700, it's in the premium bracket for at-home devices, so the results really have to justify the price tag. They offer a 90-day money-back guarantee, which gives you opportunity to see if you get the results claimed within the first 4 and 8 weeks. While IPL is often referred to as at-home laser hair removal, there is a distinct difference between laser and IPL. The reason this matters is if you've tried IPL before and been underwhelmed, laser might give you better results, though there is an important limitation for at-home use. Laser uses a single wavelength, in this case 810 nanometers, that delivers a targeted beam, whereas IPL uses different wavelengths and targets a larger area. The basic principle of how they work is the same though. The melanin in the hair follicle absorbs the energy of the light impulse, heating up and damaging the follicle, sending the hair in the resting phase. The benefit of doing that with a laser means you get more heat in the follicle because it is targeted. The downside is that you don't get as many hairs simultaneously with one flash because, again, more targeted. Lasers can also be adapted in their wavelengths to cater to deeper skin tones. When looking online, you'll often see the claim that laser is more effective permanently destroying the hair follicle, but there is a catch. While professional lasers can destroy follicles permanently, at-home devices, even lasers, are dialed down for safety, and that means, yes, less power and usually less dramatic results. Before treating the area you intend to treat, any body part is possible. It will work in your groin as well as on your legs, your back or your chin. You need to shave it. Not my favorite task, but it's essential. I know you can't skip it or swap in waxing. The shaving process ensures that the hair is cut right at the surface, so when the laser hits it, it will direct the energy right into the follicle and not onto the surrounding tissue like it would happen with longer hairs lying on the surface of the skin. For the same reason, waxing, epilating and plucking won't work. If you pull the whole hair out, there is no melanin structure left guiding energy into the follicle. CurrentBody recommends to stop waxing or plucking at least 6 weeks beforehand to ensure sufficient regrowth. After shaving, you plug in the device and push the button on the back. This one button controls everything. You turn on and off with it, but you also set the intensity that is visualized by 6 different lights in the back here. Pushing it once will prompt the device to start, which you can hear, and the lights on the back flash. Once they are settled and only one is left on, you press the button again to amp up the intensity. 6 is the maximum you can go, and then double click the button to start the process. The light at the front will change to blue, and all you have to do now is press the device down on the area you want to treat. There is a skin sensor making sure it only flashes when it comes in contact with skin that is appropriate for being treated with it. At least according to CurrentBody. I haven't tried it on really deep skin to see if it would flash anyway. You can both see the flash and hear the beep that indicates it was successful. It starts once in contact with the skin without the need to press a button again. If you want to, you can keep dragging the device over the area you plan to treat, but I personally preferred lifting it off in kind of a stamping technique. I just felt I had more control over where I treated. The slender head makes it easy to wield even on trickier body parts, but the flat treatment area works best on flat surfaces. Anywhere you need to follow curves and a gentle fold, it can get a little tricky to get the head to close in completely. If you've ever tried getting perfect contact on the knee or bikini area, you know it's let's just say a little dance with the device. Now, if you're worried about it feeling hot, it does warm up, but never to the point of discomfort for me. I treated my left armpit exclusively, so I could compare hair growth with my untreated right one and my bikini area, and while one armpit was done in around 2 minutes, the bikini area took longer to cover. I'm not sure what exactly they mean by lets you treat key concern areas in under 2 minutes, but would assume that should you treat larger areas like legs or back, you'd need around 10 minutes for each of them. When starting the device, 3 sessions per week are recommended. Once you hit week 4, you can reduce that to once a week, which is recommended you keep up for 12 weeks in total. After that, upkeep depends on the results you've had. While the claim is permanent full body hair removal on the website, the actual results reported can vary. I will touch on the possible reasons for that in a bit. But first, let's talk about the technical bits. Here's why we see why home devices give often more modest results. The laser has a wavelength of 810 nanometers, which is what is commonly used for laser hair removal. According to the manufacturer, it has a maximum energy output of up to 7 joules per centimeter square. That paired with the treatment area of 30 mm x 10 mm comes to a maximum energy of 21 joule. With diode lasers used in professional settings like a doctor's office, the fluids or the joule per centimeter square are for Fitzpatrick type 1 to 2 between 25 to 40 joules per centimeter square, gradually reducing in intensity for deeper skin tone. But even for Fitzpatrick 5 to 6, it would be 10 to 25 joules per centimeter square. Compared to that, the 7 joules per centimeter square are quite low, especially when used on light skin, which makes perfect sense. I know I'm repeating myself here, but at-home devices are always designed with safety as the main concern. You need to make sure that even if they don't stick to the instructions, the risk of customers harming themselves is negligible, which of course goes at the expense of effectiveness. We already established that we need the energy applied to heat up the melanin in the hair follicle, either destroying it or putting it in the resting phase, the phase where it sits dormant in the follicle. So over time, hair growth will slow, get less dense, and ideally halt altogether, leaving you with smooth and stubble-free skin for prolonged periods with only an occasional touch-up needed. The frequency of these touch-ups, generally speaking, seems to be reduced when using laser as opposed to when using IPL. But if you're imagining 6 months later tossing your razor in the bin forever, that's probably not the reality for most of us. How good the results are that you as individual get depend on how well you're suited to this kind of treatment, meaning how high the contrast between your hair and your skin is. Pale skin with thick dark hair works best, while darker skin and light hair will not see the same results. Now, because I, and probably you as well, are at the age where due to hormonal changes random hairs start to grow in weird places, I have a look at the effect of laser hair removal on growth caused by hormonal imbalances, usually polycystic ovarian system. The effectiveness here largely depends on the contrast as well, but is also heavily influenced by the treatment of the underlying hormonal changes. As long as they persist, the hair growth will most likely only be partially reduced, not stopped altogether. And if you're post-menopause and are wondering if this will deal with those wiry chin hairs that seem to appear overnight, I have to be honest, the science isn't on our side, especially as those often lack the meaning to absorb the energy. I personally am not the ideal candidate because my skin is pale, but the hair on my body isn't black, but more of a brown or increasingly grey. But within individual differences, a realistic experience would be a noticeable reduction in hair loss and an increased time span between necessary hair removal sessions. So 6 months of consistent use later, was it worth the money? I only treated my left armpit to be able to compare even minor changes in hair growth to the right one. In the beginning, for around the first 8 weeks, I kept up the 3 times a week frequency and afterwards reduced to once, occasionally twice a week, taking only one break when we went on holiday to Mallorca in June. The pictures I'm showing you here are taken 6 months apart, each time after stopping to shave for 2 weeks. As you can see, there are a few patches where hair growth is substantially reduced and other areas where it remains unchanged. In total, hair growth is also slower than it is on the opposite armpit, but not in a drastic way. I can go about 2 days longer without feeling the need to shave, not weeks. So what are possible explanations for these mixed results? First of all, the technical build of the device. Had I opted for a higher energy device in a doctor's office, the results would most likely have been better. Although even there, 100% satisfaction can't be guaranteed. Second, my hair and my skin type. While my skin is ideal in paleness, my hair isn't as dark as it used to be. Some hairs are grey, on these the device won't really work, and some are more of a brownish color. If my hair was darker, it would most likely have been more effective. And third, as you can see, I have a birthmark in my left armpit, and around that one the hair growth is less affected than it is on the upper part. That is because you shouldn't use the device on birthmarks or other more melanated parts of your skin, meaning I had to be extra careful and probably wasn't able to get all the hairs I would otherwise have. If you have very pale skin and very dark hair, this could be a good investment, but for the most of us, especially with lighter or graying hair, the results will likely be modest. So, are these results worth the money and the effort? Seeing the results after 6 months, I am not sure if I would have spent the money. When I do see improvement, it isn't the breathtaking transformation I had hoped for. As the process is absolutely painless and doesn't require more effort than shaving, which I do anyway, and plugging in the device, I will for sure keep using it. How would you feel? And if you enjoyed this video, you will most likely enjoy the ones I linked on the screen here. Don't forget to check out the description box for everything else I have to offer, and like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the next video.